If you've ever wished to explore a corner of Europe that winks at you from behind the shadow of the Carpathians, draped in mystery and dripping with history, then Romania is your call to adventure. This country, lying at the cross-section of Central and Eastern Europe, beckons with tales as rich and textured as a hearty bowl of ciorba de burtă. Romania isn't just about oversized castles and the choreographed shivers of Bram Stoker's imagination. No, it's about lands that whisper ancient Dacian secrets, towns that time seems to have mischievously bypassed, and landscapes so bewitchingly beautiful that one wonders why the Roman gods didn't retire here. So pack your curiosity and a strong pair of walking shoes. We're off on a jaunt through Romania's top 10 not-to-be-missed gems. Number 1. Sighişoara, a dip into medieval splendor. Imagine a place where cobblestone streets echo the footsteps of 16th century tradesmen, where the air smells of freshly burning pine and medieval mischief. Welcome to Sighişoara, one of the best preserved medieval towns in Europe and, by some strange oversight, not crammed to the battlements with tourists jostling for a foretaste of history. Walking these ancient streets, you half expect a burger or two to turn the corner, nose deep in concerns of the guilds. The citadel, standing proudly since the 12th century, offers more than just architectural beauty. It is a silent witness to centuries of triumphs and tribulations. Gaze upon the birthhouse of Vlad the Impaler, the inspiration for Dracula, and sip a coffee in the very room he might have once stomped around as a young prince, with a penchant for all things sharp and pointy. It's a visceral connection to the past that not many places can offer. And Number 2. Cluj-Napoca, the heartbeat of Transylvania. Not nearly as brooding as its vampiric ties might suggest, Cluj-Napoca is rather the vibrant heart of Transylvania, pulsating with culture and youthful exuberance. As the unofficial capital of the region, it boasts an eclectic mix of Baroque architecture, bohemian cafes, and an electric nightlife that can give the more notorious capitals of Europe a run for their money. Explore its historical treasures by day and by night. Merge into the fray of local and international students debunking the myth that Transylvania is all eerie shadows and whispered warnings. It's the perfect spot to perceive how past contrasts with the pulse of the modern world. The city's various festivals, whether film, music, or something uniquely indefinable, are perfect platforms from which to dive into the local spirit, an effervescent blend of history intermingling with the sharp tang of the present. Number 3. Maramureș, time capsule to a living heritage. Venture north where the air is crisp and the mountains carve out valleys of untouched cultural wealth. Maramureș is your travel capsule, flinging you back to a time when communities thrived on tradition alone, without the clutter of modern hitches. Here, wooden churches pierce the skyline, their sharp steeples defying gravity and time, seeming much like the stoic people of this region who carry tradition with a quiet, resilient pride. Visit during Christmas or Easter, and you'll be treated to a symphony of rituals that are as richly embroidered as their traditional costumes. As you walk among the villagers, notice the traditional methods still in practice. Woodworking, weaving, and mural painting, a palette of ancestral skills unfolding before you. This is not a mere stop on a journey. This is a deep dive into the soul of old Europe. And now for something completely breathtaking, the Transfăgărășan. Number 4, the Transfăgărășan, nature's grandiose spectacle. Famed to be one of the most spectacular roads in the world, and for good reason. This serpentine marvel carved through the Carpathian Mountains offers vistas so striking, you'd be forgiven for thinking you'd driven into a high-definition fantasy world. Crafted as a strategic military route, today it serves the far less somber purpose of thrilling road trippers and bikers with its sweeping bends and heart-stopping drops. Conquer its peak during the brief summer months when the road is snow-free, and brace yourself for scenes that will plaster themselves like postcards in your memory. From breathtaking hairpin turns to the visual feast of glacial lakes, just when you think the road can't surprise any longer, it reveals a new layer of stunning. Buckle up. This drive is a riveting chapter in your Romanian storybook.